The body of Christ taking action in Turkey. See how local Christians are stepping up to bring healing to a broken nation. After the recent earthquakes and aftershocks devastated large areas of Turkey, the country's churches rushed to help survivors. Christians rose up and began to work across denominational lines to help anyone they could. Take a look. Deliveries of supplies continue to pour in to St. George's Greek Orthodox Church in Iskenderun, Turkey, from different Christian organizations.
Bir şey daha ilave etmek istiyorum.
We had massive damage in this area of Turkey, and the thing that warmed our heart is that our people in Turkey, and also outside of Turkey, they helped immediately. This gave us hope.
Some of the relief came through the Shai Fund, an organization dedicated to helping the church in the Middle East.
We are trying to gather as much as help we can to the people who just survived the earthquake, which are still in need.
It's a moving reminder of how different parts of the church can work together.
We delivered the stuff to the church. They're distributing to people because they know people better than us.
And church unity became a major theme CBN News heard, even in the midst of devastation.
It's amazing. I think that's one of the encouraging parts is that churches from different denominations, different backgrounds are coming together like there is no divide and working together to do what needs to be done. The passages that they'll know us by our love, I feel like this is exactly what that looks like, is the church being the church.
Turksat 7 Senem Ekoner came here to document what happened to the church after the earthquake.
Many of the church buildings are completely on the ground. They've lost, our brothers and sisters have lost their church buildings. The congregations, which is the body of Christ actually, spread everywhere as we speak. Some of them remain behind to help with the rescue efforts and distributing help, everything they can. And the whole church in the country has been utilizing help, sending help, people to just run to whoever is in need of help. And by praying,
Ekoner found a country in grief and a church in one accord.
How God is actually showing himself in people, being Christ to one another, as the body of Christ, in unity, amazing unity, and just functioning together as his hands, as his feet, reaching out to people. So I've been seeing that. I've been trying to console. Words are not sufficient, of course, and it's time to just cry with them over their loss. And also just be Christ to people, that they're never alone and we're in this together, because you can't really completely detach yourself from what your fellow brothers and sisters and your country going through.
St. George's Church survived. Many did not. So many churches were destroyed during the earthquake, including this one in Iskenderun, St. Nicholas Greek Orthodox Cathedral, built in 1870.
Church is meaningful with people, so the church in itself is just a building. So if we want to feel love and be meaningful, we need people.
Global Christian Relief is there to tell the story to the larger church body, especially in the U.S.
It is critical, I think, for the church to be involved in. I think for us, it's one of those things where the media covers this for a short time, then it'll slip away, but we're really praying and trying to work to keep it in front of the church in America. So it's not just a short blast of giving and prayer, but it's an ongoing support for the believers here, but for everybody.
After the earthquake, many looked to the church.
We hear a lot of people just running to the church, not away from it, to ask for help. We're trying to be able to help people to believe there is another hope to survive, to go on with this life. Christ said he's the new life. We have to believe in the new life. Otherwise, we cannot go on under this situation, with this depression, with this everything is going really bad in this country right now.
CBN News also talked with Tuma Selak, one of the only 4 Christian members of the Turkish parliament.
And that is exactly what Christianity gives us. Christ told us, love your neighbors more than yourself. That's why we see, especially among Christians, how they really help each other, and that really gives me hope for the future.
Many told CBN News, don't forget the church in Turkey.
I want to say any Christians in the world, I would like to ask them really not to lose hope, and don't let us to lose hope. They can always support with prayers, they can always support with just a little bit help. Every little bit help just changed lives in here. And thank you so much.
Maybe the stones don't speak. That's why I need to speak. We do need to rebuild those buildings. I do expect help from all the world, especially from Christians, to rebuild our churches because we need Christianity to go on in Turkey.
Our team spent nearly 2 weeks in Turkey reporting on the devastating earthquakes that turned entire cities into mountains of concrete and dust. At times, words fail to describe the heartache, grief, and destruction we encountered. So here's a special look at what we saw through the eyes of CBN's own photojournalist, Mario Gonzalez.